So we're going to start our Friday class, and we're all social distancing. And just so that everybody knows there, the LA County rule says you have to enter and exit with a mask, but once you're in, it just says, you know, it's up to you, sort of. It's like recommended, not required. So don't give me any flack, the fact that we're all not wearing masks. We're all in here, and we're all keeping our distance. So with that said, let's go ahead and begin. So we'll start with our feet about shoulder distance. Bring the palms together, close your eyes, relax the shoulders, start breathing in and out of your nose. Let the shoulders drop down, top of the head floats up, breath smooth. Setting your intention, so intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen. Dropping your head down to your left side, easy neck stretch. And then switch sides over to the right. Good, and then drop the arms, make a few circles with the head, one direction. So Kathy back here normally practices with 16 cats around her. Five, sorry. Switch directions with your head. You have a dog? Oh, that's right, exactly, yes. And there's a dog in the studio right now. Shoulder rolls forward and back, and some bats. We have bats in the studio. Just kidding, we don't have bats. Shoulders forward and back, forward and back. So today, what do you guys think? Any suggestions? Hips? Yeah. Hips, you guys. Forward with the shoulders. Real people, it's weird to have real people around. It's surreal. Arms up, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up, straighten the shoulders, and breathe. Yeah, I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably shift myself eventually so that I can see you guys and at the same time, but too late now. Fold over to one side, stretch, easy side stretch. Good, and then switch sides, same thing. Good, and then back to the center. One more inhale, lean back, lift up, and then fold down forward, exhale, hang forward here, stretch. So if your legs are slightly bent, that's totally fine. You can grab your elbows, drop your head down, breathe in and out of the nose. Just a good, smooth, even breaths. Hang out there. Good, and then from there, go ahead and clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, and while you're here, reach the arms up and then arms down toward the front. So away from the ears, shoulders away from the ears, and then a little deeper stretch down toward the front. And then a little stretch, and then down toward the front. Good, one more breath. Release the arms from there. Since we're doing hips, go ahead and take your feet apart, maybe about mat distance-ish. You could even point the toes out and just kind of get a little squat down from here. Squatting down, little hip stretch, palms together, a few breaths. You could kind of move a little side to side here, a little side to side. Start to warm up the hips a little bit. Good, then interlace all the fingers except the index fingers. Reach the arms forward and lift up. Stretch. Good, one more inhale. And then fold down, clasp the hands back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, same thing again, we'll do 3 like that. So come on back down, same thing. Nice big hip stretch and squat. Interlace all the fingers except the index fingers, then reach the arms up, stretch. One more inhale, and then fold down, clasp the hands back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, and then release the arms, bend the knees, one more time, reach up and stretch. One more inhale. Fold down, forward, clasp the hands back, stretch. Good, then release the arms, bend the knees, roll all the way back up. Rolling all the way back up, take a nice big inhale, lift the arms up. Lean back a little and then fold all the way down, forward, exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, step back to plank, top of a push-up. Hold it here a few breaths, abdomen strong, thighs strong, breath smooth. It's very quiet back there. It's strange to have people and no music, right? Lower halfway, chaturanga, and then press back up, plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Push back up, plank. 3 more, lower, push up, lower, push up. 1 more, lower, push up. Good, and then all the way to the mat. Easy back bend, lift up, gently draw the shoulders down, chin down to start as well. So back of the neck gets long and then turn the head to your right side. So a nice easy neck stretch on the right. Breathing. Then switch it, same thing, other side. Good, back to the center. 1 more inhale, lift up a little taller, stretching the spine. And then child's pose for a moment. Couple breaths in child's pose, just making sure that your spine feels okay. And then downward facing dog when you're ready. And downward facing dog, come on up. Tuck the toes, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, nice big stretch. Then switch sides, stretch. Good. Straightening both legs from there, coming up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. Extending that spine as you inhale, folding as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale. Fold down, forward, exhale. Extend that spine, inhale, look forward, step back or jump back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, shoulders pull back, downward facing dog. A few breaths in and out of the nose. Remember, modifications if you need to, or rest if you need to. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth, lifting the tailbone, breathing deeply. Good, up on the toes again. Walk softly or hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale. Lift, exhale. Fold all the way down, forward. Stretch halfway up. Inhale, step back or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shoulders back, heart opens. Maybe an extra chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Same thing again, up on the toes. Walk or hop forward. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. One more round, same thing. Arms up again, inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step or jump back, exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, maybe chaturanga again, downward facing dog. This time, when you get to down dog, take the right leg up behind you. Lift it up, hold it up, breathe. So you guys, is it different in a studio with a live person as opposed to no cats? Lean to the right hand, take the left hand off the floor, so balance on your right hand and left foot. If you're more comfortable, the left hand goes behind your back. Breathe. Feels good to see real people again. Hands down from there, shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side, twist, squeeze, good, back and up. Forward up to your right side, back and up. All the way forward to the hands, pause. Come on the fingertips, or you can grab some blocks if you had them, need them. Then straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knees, drop the hips down. So remember, hip focus today. So hamstrings and hip flexor on that other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Good. Now you're going to drop the back knee. Let's grab the foot. So left hand grabs that right foot, and then come forward, dropping that knee down. Remember, the easiest thing to do is just to kind of lunge forward for that front hip flexor, but if you can, you'll get more quadricep stretch if you grab the back foot and drop the quadricep down, lift the upper body up and lean back and breathe. And then even dropping that right knee, foot, leg out to the side a little bit. Good, and then release it. Warrior one, turn the back foot flat, come on up, warrior one. So for those of you watching at home, normally I don't do this stuff. I just go around and tell them what to do. But for the last 76 classes, I've been doing it together. So it feels weird for me now that there's people here to not go, oh, turn your other, oh yeah, oh good, hi, how's it going? Yeah, all right. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, lift the heart up, pull the shoulders back, drop the head back, breathe. One more inhale, and then we're gonna fold down, clasp the hands back, or stretch the shoulders, breathe deep. So here you can get into those hips too by bending that front leg a little bit more deeply. Strong back leg, lifting the back arch. A few more breaths. Good, and then come on back up. Warrior one, nice big inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Down dog or a vinyasa to downward facing dog. Lower. Upward facing dog. maybe chaturanga, downward facing dog. Left side again, take the leg up. Well, not again, left side for the first time. Sink the right heel down, so you're stretching the back of your right leg here. And breathe. And then from here, let's take our little balance. So come up on the fingertips on your right, maybe just the right hand off the floor, working your balance. Maybe take that hand behind the back. Whatever you decide, breathe deep, steady, focus. Good, and then both hands down, core strength, shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your right side, twist and squeeze. Lift it back and up. Forward up to your left, back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Pause there. Come on the fingertips or your blocks. When you're ready, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink the hips down. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A few more times. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now drop the back knee down. And again, the easiest thing to do, come up and just go into the lunge forward. If you can, left hand grabs your right foot and then come forward and drop that quadricep down. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram story yesterday, but my friend Scott Morgan, I took him up Ladyface Mountain. So Kathy's a big runner. Kathy runs with us. Drew's a waterman. And Greg's everything. Lift the upper body up, lean back, breathe deep. But my poor friend Scott, he suffered up that hill. In the best way possible. One more breath. And then release it. Warrior one. Turn the back foot flat. Warrior one. So warrior one, back foot angles forward, hips turn forward, arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Good, and then clasp the hands back from there, interlace the fingers, heart up, shoulders back, drop the head back, breathe deep. One more inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. Dropping the head down, breathe deep. Remember, think about that hip, front hip socket. You want to go down deeper if you can. Strong back leg, lifting the arch. Good, one more breath. And then come on back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Take your leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. Maybe chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Good, and right away up on the toes, walk or lightly hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose this time, 30 seconds. Bend the knees, reach the arms, hold. Good, sinking down a little bit lower, a couple more breaths. One more inhale. And then stand up, bring the hands together at the heart, exhale, take a nice big full breath. So we're gonna go 2 rounds, regular sun salutation B, and then 2 rounds in dancing warrior. So back to chair first. Inhale. Fold down, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Maybe chaturanga again. Down dog. Right leg first. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Reach up. Inhale. Stretch. Hands down. So the deeper that knee is bent, the deeper the hip stretch. Lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Reach. Hands down. Let's take the leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. A few breaths. Good. Again, up on the toes. Walk or lightly hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose again. Inhale. Standing up. Bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale. Nice big full breath. One more cycle like that. Back to chair pose. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Halfway up. Inhale. Step or jump back. Exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Maybe. Chaturanga again. Right side first. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Reach up. Inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Reach. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Upward facing dog. Maybe chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Good. Pause. Breathe. A few breaths. Anytime you feel like you need to take a break, you can always rest in child's pose. Right? Good, smooth, even breaths in and out of the nose. And then up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Stand up. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good. Nice big full breath. Dancing warrior 2 times. 2 times through dancing warrior. Back to chair. Inhale. Fold down. Forward. Exhale. Halfway up. Inhale. Step or hop back. Exhale. And vinyasa. Good. Right leg first. Take it up behind you. Bring it all the way forward. Warrior 1, reach up. Warrior 2, open up. Pause for a moment. So just take a moment and just kind of sink into the hips here. So bending that front leg a little bit. Pull the upper body back. Sink down. Good. And then back arm down. Right arm up and back. Stretch. Side body. Breathe. So much about an exploration through your own body. One more inhale. And then forward, and your choice. Easy option, forearm to the thigh, left arm over the ear, or you could go all the way to the floor, left arm over the ear. Breathe deep, twist the upper body up. Good, then come on back up, warrior 2, and let it go. Hands down, take the leg back, vinyasa, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side, same thing. Take it up, bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach. Warrior 2, open. Take a moment and get your hip stretch in warrior 2. So sink down low, pull the upper body back, sink down a little lower, engage the abdomen slightly, tuck the tailbone, and then drop the back arm down, left arm up and back, stretch. Good, one more inhale, and then forward. Remember your choice, forearm to the thigh or left hand down to the floor and reach twist up, and breathe. Good, one more inhale, and then come on back up, warrior two. And let it go, hands down, leg back. Vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, maybe chaturanga. Downward facing dog. So we move through that sequence again, but this time we go nice and fluidly through it. A couple breaths. Up on the toes when you're ready. Walk or lightly hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms up, inhale, and stand hands together at the heart, exhale. So add Navasana to that sequence. So adding Navasana, and then we'll flow through the sequence. Boat pose, chair first, inhale, and then sit down from here. Take the legs up, 30 seconds. Abdomen strong. Lift the upper body up, shoulders down, breathe deep. Good. Lift up a little taller. Take one more inhale. And then cross the legs. Set the hands. Step or jump back. Vinyasa. Shoulders back. All right. Maybe chaturanga. Down dog. Right leg first. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Warrior two. Open up. Exhale. Good. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Stretch back. And then forward, right hand down, left arm over the ear, reach. Strong back leg, and then come on, back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa lower. Up, back. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one first, and then warrior two next. Open. Reverse warrior, back arm down, left arm up. Good. Forward, left hand down, right arm over the ear, reach. Good. Come on, back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Very nice. All right, go ahead and drop to the knees for a moment. Tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels, you see how that's going. Sit back onto the heels, get a little foot stretch. Interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, reach the arms up, and breathe. Good, lifting up, leaning back, sitting into the foot stretch if you can. A few more breaths. Good, one more inhale. And then go ahead and come forward, exhale. Lift the feet up, wiggle the toes for a moment, and then right back to downward facing dog. Right back to downward facing dog. And let's take a moment, pigeon. So step the right leg forward, pigeon. Sink in here, just a little outer hip first. So in our little hip sequence here today, we're gonna start with a couple poses that will work on the outer, and then we'll go to the inner hips. Just a few breaths here, sinking into that stretch if you can, so kind of sinking in there. And then switch sides, so just a few breaths, same thing. Other leg. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out the music thing in the background. Even if it's low, I'll just have some music in the background. And then I'll turn myself this way so that I can at least see you guys. I feel separated from you guys. And we've been separated for too long. Good, that's good. One more side. One more breath. And then downward facing dog. And then right away, up on the toes, walk forward to the hands. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale, and then stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. So we're gonna do our standing one-legged frog pose. You're gonna start on your left foot, and we're gonna do 2 rounds on each side. So go ahead and take the left leg up. Right leg on top of the left knee. And then bring the palms together. Sit down into the stretch. Breathe. Arms up from there, a few breaths. Good, then lower down, driving the arms forward, pulling the tailbone back. There's your outer hip stretch and balance. Breathing deeply. Good, and then slowly come on up. Bring the palms together, release the legs, take a deep breath. Same thing, other side. So, hook that ankle on top, flex the foot, palms together, sink into that stretch. Arms up from there if you can, whoa. And then leaning forward, reaching the arms forward, pulling the tailbone back, breathing deeply. Two more breaths. And then slowly come on back up. Release the legs, palms together, take a breath. Good. Same thing, other side. This time we'll take it into the possible arm balance if you want. So starting on the left leg, so step back a little bit. Right ankle hooks on top. Either the same exact thing or into the arm balance. So palms together. Sink into that stretch. Arms up if you can. And then down. And if you're going to the arm balance, right knee to the right tricep, left tricep to the foot. Lean forward, balance, maybe take the back leg up. Good. Look at these guys, look at them. Look at them, look at how good they are. Nice. All right, that's good. Then you can come on up or step back and then come on up. It's nice for me now to have to do it now. Jeez, you guys can do the work now. All right, so opposite leg. Go ahead, same thing. Just kidding, I actually did do it. Ankle to the knee, flex the foot, palms together, reach the arms up, sinking down low, draw the hips back. So this is enough, right? You don't have to go any deeper, but if you're feeling the arm balance, feel free to set the clamp, which is that foot. And then the opposite arm, lean forward. Shoot that leg back. You can jump back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Guy landing? He's landing. Looks like he's landing. There's a helicopter that are landing in our backyard. All right, so this time from downward facing dog, go ahead and let's take the right leg up, bring it all the way forward, turn the back foot flat, warrior one, and then warrior two. So those last couple poses were all about the outer hips. This next sequence is really about the inner hips. So we're gonna do warrior two, and then we'll do triangle, and then we'll do half moon. But so the idea is to engage the abdomen slightly, tuck the tailbone, open this knee. So first thing, front foot, front knee, front thigh, all form a straight line. Strong back leg, and then if you can, sliding gauge in the abdomen, opening that hip. So you're kind of opening this back hip there. Shoulders down, breath smooth. From here, back arm wraps around toward the front thigh. Bring the forearm down, or if you wanted to go straight to the floor, you can. A few breaths, but lean back. So again, think about the hips. I find that if I can push the arm into the leg, so right arm into the leg a little bit, and the right leg into the arm, then engage the abdomen, tuck the tailbone, I can kind of scoop the hips underneath. That helps me get a deeper stretch in the hips, and looking up just adds the shoulders and the neck and the spine. A few more breaths. Good. Now, look down, just an inch back, closer with the back foot, and then straighten that front leg. You might need to we're going to triangle pose. Right hand to the shin. You can release that left arm, take it up to the ceiling. Breathing deeply. Good, and now we're going to go to half moon. So you could look down unless you want to challenge your balance, in which case you look up, but go ahead and step up. And here, again, since we're thinking about the hips, I want you to open the hips. Whoa. So if you open them too much, you crash like that. But engage the abdomen, open up that top hip as much as you can. You should feel it in the adductors on the standing leg, right? By moving that hip open. But half moon pose, breathe deep. Actually, we haven't done this really much at my house. Go ahead and grab that foot if you can. I only remember this now that Kathy's here. Go ahead and lean back and stretch, pulling that leg if you can grab it, but don't worry if you can't. Keep the hip open, few more breaths. Good, and then both hands down. Square the hips, actually just bring both feet down and shake out that right leg a second. Just give it a little shake. Good, we're gonna go right back to a little squat, but this time feet wider than your mat. We're still gonna do the other side, but not yet. Feet wider than the mat, standing frog pose. So here's more inner hips, adductors, groin. Move a little bit side to side. So I have to say, it's been fun to just do an hour class, because my classes are typically hour 20, 25, It's been so nice to just do an hour class, and then one weekend, hour and a half, So I'm going to continue that. I changed all the times. It's working out.
More than twice a week, like 4 times a week.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, right, exactly. Back to the center, push the knees wide, stretch. Good. Now straighten the legs. You're going to walk the feet in a little bit. So now they're kind of half on your mat, half off your mat approximately. It's not the full squat just yet. It's kind of in between what we just did and the full squat. So now you're kind of moving a little bit side to side. Good. And then now back to that original squat that we had. So if you need to be on your toes, obviously you can be on your toes. If your feet are flat, then feet flat. That's fine. Sitting up nice and tall if you can. Again, part of the idea is opening up both sides, kind of outer and inner, to see if we can just create a little bit more space in there. So you can stay here if you want. Otherwise, crow pose again. Set the hands. Whoa. Lean forward, balance. Step back or jump back. Vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. Take an extra moment here, bend that left leg, push the right heel down, give it a big stretch. And then one more big standing sequence. Same thing on the other side. Left leg up, bring it all the way forward, turn the back foot flat down, warrior one first, and then warrior two, pause. Open up here, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Spend a few moments thinking about your hips, kind of going a little bit deeper in the hips. Make sure the front foot, front knee, front thigh form that straight line. Torso straight up and down, sinking in, breathing deeply. Good, then back arm around the front, forearm to the thigh, lean back a little bit, twist and turn up. Breath stays smooth. Commenting on the birds outside. It's a bird conference. Birds are allowed to gather, humans are not. A few more breaths. Stretching that top shoulder, abdomen strong. Good. Then look down. You might have to take the back foot an inch closer, then straighten that front leg, hand to the shin, wherever it naturally falls once you straighten the leg. And then release the right arm up to the ceiling. Breathe deep, look up at that top thumb. Good. One more inhale. Open, and then look down. Step the back foot a little closer. Come on up. Half moon. So here's the idea of opening the hip. So that's closing the hip, and that's opening the hip. So you really want to get this hip to stack up on top of the left one. And if you have that fairly easily, by the way, if you had blocks, you can always use a block for support. Then you can bend this top leg. If you bend that top leg and you kind of go back to the foot, depending on your flexibility, this is a quad stretch, a shoulder stretch, a back bend, but just keep the hip open. Since we're focused on hips, keep it open. A few more breaths. Good. Release that leg if you had it, and then both hands down. Both feet down, shake it out. We're gonna go back to our same little squat. So shaking that leg out. Feet wider than the mat, squat down again. Push the knees wide. So that's a big stretch. You want it to be a big stretch. A little bit side to side. Good. Nice big press open. Good. And then straighten the legs. Walk the feet in just a little bit. Halfway again. Kind of half on your mat, half off your mat, maybe. Squat down. See if there's a little bit more space in this variation. Possibly. The hips are definitely, for me, the tightest thing, for sure. I guess maybe a little bit of my spine too. Good. All right, and then one more time, back to the middle squat. Last time, palms together. Ultimately, you want to get comfortable for about 3 minutes here. If you're not quite comfortable, you want to see if you can get your hips open enough where this is not that big of a deal for you to sit here in a squat. Most of the world does. And if you're ready for it, crow pose, any variation you want. So you could do crow to headstand, crow to handstands. Greg's in the back, so we'll watch him do a crow to handstand. Let's see if I can work it too. Otherwise, just stay in the squat. Breathe deep. Didn't work. Almost. But we got some handstanders, some headstanders, or just regular crow. Breathing. There we go. Work the second time. And then slowly coming down from there. Shoot the legs back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right. Very nice. And then right into our easy back bend. So drop to the knees. Come on up. Ustrasana, we'll start with half Ustrasana. I just feel like this is kind of a more potent beginner back bend. If you have one hand on your heel, left arm up, lean back. And most people can do this to some degree. If this is too much for you, then you skip it. Don't even go back to the heel. If you have any back issues, just lift the heart up and lean back a little bit. That's still enough of a stretch. Breathe. Switch sides from there. Same thing. Good. Back up and then pause for a moment. We can go right back into our full back bend. So if you're ready for it and you want to point the toes back, you can always point the toes back. That's a deeper back bend. Back to the heel, both heels, and then drive the hips forward. Drive the hips forward, lift the heart up, drop the head back, and breathe. Two more big breaths. All right, slowly come out, abdomen strong, protecting the lower back. You're gonna cross the legs, sit down, soles of the feet together, and knees wide. So a little bit more hips, but now just restorative hip stuff. So leaning forward, breathing deep. Good, smooth, even breaths in and out of the nose. You know, one thing is for sure, that since we're all healthy, we haven't, we don't have coronavirus, at least from 14 days ago. Right? Like we know for sure, we haven't shown any symptoms in the last 14 days. Well, that's good news. Do you guys know anybody who's actually had it? You do? But not serious. Yeah. Drew?
Not in this state.
Not in this state. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Colorado.
Right. Not here. Yeah, there was a few people I knew that had it. Greg, you said you knew some? Yeah. They okay? Oh wow. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and straighten one leg. Pull that knee in. Lift the upper body up. Turn and twist. Yeah, well, I read yesterday that yesterday LA County had the highest amount of new cases thus far in any given day was yesterday. So let's reopen the economy. Now forward, stretch. But also I heard that if it continues, that we'll run out of ICU beds in a month. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's all the crazy unknown. You never know, exactly right. So that's why we have to practice yoga through it all to keep some sense of sanity. Go ahead and come up, switch sides. Same thing. Opposite foot in, flex the foot, go to the outside. And then forward. All right, and then come on up. We'll do a quick pigeon. So swing that straight leg back, pigeon pose. Hopefully a little more space in there now. For those of you at home, these classes are still done on a donation basis. So if you have the financial resources to support us in our studio, our slowly newly open studio, you can do that at 5pointyoga.com. I actually just updated some of the front page, the home page, so it's easier to find a place to do that. And the Venmo's on there. It's my Venmo at Teddy McDonald, or pay for your class or donate. But either way, these will be there consistently because I think it's important to be able to move through any stressful situation, let alone a once-in-a-century pandemic and never before seen civil unrest. Last breath here, and then switch sides. Switching sides from there. Which I'm so happy about, by the way. I mean, this is so happy about all the protests and everything else that's going on, and happy about change. I'm happy about the changes that are happening, and I want more of them. Change to be more inclusive. That's it. Change for equality. Doesn't seem to be that challenging of a concept. Good, one more breath. And then come on up from there. Bring the legs forward, shake them out for a second. Seated forward bend, butt out to the side, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, take a nice big inhale, fall down forward as you exhale. Pause here, take a few breaths. So you can stay here, or you can roll up, roll back, take the legs up and over the head for plow pose. If you're gonna do that, just make sure it's okay on the neck. And if you did do it, go ahead and support the back, take the legs up, balance, hold, breathe. Legs wide from there, flex the feet. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. And then legs up from there and down over the head slowly. Slowly come on down. We'll take our final twist and then Shavasana. Pull the right knee in, give it a good squeeze in. Roll to the left side and twist. And then switch sides, same thing. Other side. And twist. Good, and then back to the center, Shavasana, final rest. Just do a few minutes here, feet flop open, arms out to the side, eyes closed. Take a nice big cleansing breath, deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Okay, you can bring your left hand to your heart center and your right hand to your belly and just pause, take a couple breaths. And then bend the knees, roll to your right side. Take a few more breaths. And then make your way up to a seat, comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, palms up, eyes closed. A few breaths. Just connecting with that place inside that's always calm, always relaxed, always secure, always stable. Finding those moments of peace, and the more moments of peace and contentment and joy that we can find, the more guaranteed we are to have a great life. Palms together from there. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, friends. I'd like to thank my friends coming here. Real people again. Yay, so great. At home, you guys, thank you very much for practicing with us. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Although I'll probably be in the backyard tomorrow. We'll probably be here all week next week.